everyone, I am Azlia Padmarini Anandita. My student number is C11.2021.02338 from class C11.4.2. In today's video, I want to make a submission for the Speaking for Specific Purposes final exam, and the theme for this video is a question that you might get when you're having a job interview. So for the first question is, what type of people do you get along with best, and why? So I really like to work with people who easy to work with, of course, because it is very common if we have different perspective or opinions with other people. But I really like to work with the people who have different opinions, but they can understand each other, and they can lower their ego or something like that to work with me. And then the next is a reliable person. So if we have a job like in a group or like a work project, there must be like meetings. It is online or offline, of course, but if we cannot go there, we can have work partners that reliable for us, and they made a recap of the meeting. So I really like that kind of people. And then the last one is people that talk less and do more. There are many people that like talking too much, but there are no action at all. So that it's kind of not helping if we go on a project together. So I don't like people like that. And then we move on to the second question. What kinds of people that annoy you and why? As stated from the question before, I really don't like the people that too much talking, but they're doing no action at all. That it's not helping for us if we go in a project together, and it is really annoys me. And then there's people who bossy. There is a big difference on people who are bossy and their literal boss, because the purpose of the boss is like to tell us what to do and give us jobs, etc. But the people who are bossy is just like commanding people what to do, and sometimes to doing their work, and it is really annoys me very much. Then the last person that annoys me, like the kind of person that is ignorant. So if we work in a project, just not in a project, but like working in the normal state, ignorant people annoys me because they don't care about their partners, and it is not helping because in the work life we have to help each other, and it is annoys me very much. And the third question is, what is the most difficult decision you had to make, and how did you decide it? So in my college era, there is that one decision that is hard to decide. So for context, I joined the campus choir, and they decided to take the competition, to join a competition in Singapore. It's called Singapore International Choral Festival, and it is hard for me to decide if I want to join the competition or not, because there are many factors that I have to rethink about. And how I decided is, the first one is to look in every perspective possible, and then I have to consult or talk it out to my parents, because basically my parents that pay for all my bills in campus. And then the next one is I have to consider it and think twice, because of course it costs a lot of money, because I'm going abroad for about a week. And then it costs a lot of my time, because we have to practice every day, and sometimes we have to make meetings for like activities and everything we going to abroad from there. And then after all of that, I look at the positives and negatives impacts that this competition will have in my life. So after I think about it, not twice but many times, I decided to join the competition because it is good for my achievement, and it will add like and increase my experiences. So we're going into the last question. Under what conditions do you work best and why? So I work best in a quiet and calm environment, because it gives me so much concentration to think and get the job done properly, rather than if I work in a crowded area, because I cannot concentrate more, and it gives me time to think for project that I am working on. But I can also work under pressure, because if I'm working under pressure, the idea suddenly flood through my brain and I can work faster. But it's just sometimes, not all the times. And then I prefer to work alone, because I can have time to myself and not be annoyed for other people. But if I have to work in a group, 2, 3, or many people, I can work on that, because it gives so many perspective, idea, and opinions, so we can get the job done faster. And then that is all for me, the video for the final exam for speaking for specific purposes. Thank you for listening.